Are we like fans of CNN this week or what? This is another CNN politics. Trump's last-minute pardons include Bannon, Lil Wayne, and scores of others. President Donald Trump issued a raft of 11th-hour pardons and communications early Wednesday that included his one-time political strategist, a former top fundraiser, and two well-known rappers. Trump's, he's got it going on, I guess, right?
Rap.
The batch of 73 pardons and 70 communications issued in the final hours of his presidency was expected and is in keeping with a long-standing presidential tradition of exercising clemency powers at the last minute. The list reflected a president's keen on... Oh, I'm losing my spot here. I apologize. The list reflected a president keen on awarding pardons to his stalwart allies, an unusual number of whom have been swept up in corruption or lying charges. I'm going to leave it right there.
I'm going to start with this and say that looking at all of the presidents and how many pardons they've given.
Did you look at him?
Yeah, he's number 29.
Yeah.
And of the current presidents, the only two behind him are George H.W. and George W. Bush. That had less pardons than he did.
Huh.
Say that again.
He's in 29th place of the 45 presidents.
Okay.
And so he had 238 pardons. President Obama was fourth with 1,927 pardons.
Wow.
And
that's
Bill
a big
Clinton,
number.
Slick Willie, was 459 pardons.
And I think at that time...
And Donald Trump was 238.
I think at that time, too, like, that was a pretty high number for Bill.
Yeah,
for
459.
400 and something.
459.
And then I think Bush beat it. Didn't
Nope.
he?
Nope, both Bushes are behind him.
Both Bushes.
George H.W. was 77 pardons, and George
No.
W. was 200.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was the same. I had read some stuff really quick, but I did see Obama's. I wasn't going to bring up Obama, so thank you for doing that.
And I'm not throwing. I'm just saying.
No,
let's
I get
keep
it.
this
Who was
in
the
perspective.
first? Who was the top one? Obama? No.
No, he was fourth.
No. Not that makes a difference.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt with 3,687.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pardons.
This article did seem a little disingenuous to me, and that they were trying to really show, and some of the other ones that I had read in current articles, that they were really trying to show how terrible Trump was on pardoning and communicating these people. And I mean, look, I don't support Trump. I support some of his policies. I don't support Biden. We have yet to know what his policies are, but frankly, it's not getting off to a very good start.
No.
Him neither. So.
Bush, there was a lot of policies. I'm like, dude, sorry, man, I'm not on board with this. Obama, a lot of policies there. He started 7 new wars. So here's what my point is that the reason Martha May and I have talked about this off camera, I don't support and get behind any particular person or political party. I'll look at their policies. I'll look at what they have done, what they are doing, and I'll tell you what I think of it, good, bad, or in between. Mm-hmm. And so...
there was a few patriots that I thought were going to be on the list that he...
Who would those be?
Gosh, I can't remember the names, but they were out there. And
I thought Snowden would have been one of them.
Snowden, yeah. Yeah, there's a couple other ones.
And Julian Assange to WikiLeaks.
WikiLeaks,
yeah. That I thought would have been on that list. So I'm just saying, as a patriot, I would have thought maybe those people would have been on that list.
Yeah. Who seemed to be doing things that were right for the country, but they got punished for it.
Yeah.
Or are being punished for it.
Yeah.
Were you guys surprised by any of the names on the list? Were the rappers a surprise for you? That felt very much like a surprise.
Lil Wayne's was, he had a gun charge that I think was it seemed a little bit like sketchy anyway to me. So I didn't really mind him. Steve Bannon, I guess, when you look at, what's that?
I'm agreeing with you on the Steve Bannon. That was pretty shady.
Yeah, the Steve Bannon, I wanted to dig a little bit deeper, but the deeper I kept digging, the more I went down this rabbit hole, and it didn't make a whole lot of sense in a lot of it. But I think the big thing for me is Steve Bannon had said that he wasn't going to take a wage or salary or whatever it is with the some of these fundraisers, and that's where he got into trouble. Was he ended up taking some sort of paycheck, if I'm remembering the correct. Yeah, but yeah, so I was a little surprised on him. Julian Assange, WikiLeaks, you know why he got in trouble, right?
No.
Julian Assange, he went to the State Department and he said, hey, look, some of these people got access to his database because whatever, I didn't quite understand how it worked, but the database that he had is shareable, right? And so there's other news agencies that were sharing some data back and forth. Well, somebody hacked in and was going to release. That's why Julian Assange got in trouble. Someone hacked into his database and actually was going to release all these lists. And he went to the State Department and said, hey, look, it's no longer in my control. Something happened here. It's going to be released.
Heads up.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
And he got in trouble for it.
Wow.
And that's like, to me, and Trump didn't pardon him. I lost a lot of respect on how Trump came out and said a lot of good things about WikiLeaks because of how transparent the government should be to its people. And then he didn't pardon him. Now,
Any thoughts on why he didn't pardon his family himself?
Exactly. Well,
You know,
actually, go. No, you were first.
What I had read was he was advised not to because it would look like that they were guilty for
Right.
Yep.
pushing for the so-called coup, an unarmed
And that's
coup.
what I was going to say.
Yeah.
From my understanding, it just would make himself look guilty. You know, especially from dealing with the Capitol riots, this and that. And so I guess my question was, they also talked about his family with pardons. So whom are they speaking of?
I was wondering the
Son-in-law?
same. I didn't see a list of.
But it said Trump and family, so I'm like,
Yeah.
are we talking about the sons? What are we talking about?
Well,
Are we talking about
because
Jared
Ivanka
Kushner?
and Jared both work for the White House, so I would assume that's who they would be referring to. But it's an assumption.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they weren't specific. I don't know if that's because wasn't sure if that's because we should know or
It was CNN.
yeah.
Well,
May
there's
have something to
a
do
lot
with
of other articles saying the same thing, though.
No, it's just a joke.
Yeah.
And if he would have pardoned himself, let's go on with this just real quick. What would he have pardoned himself for? The impeachment? What are we talking about? What would he have?
Well, they said that incitement to riot.
Gotcha,
and
okay.
incitement, for
Have they s-
insurrection. There
Have
was
they
those two
have they
things.
seen the transcripts of his speech? He didn't.
I-
That's
I-
a whole nother
No,
dirt road.
That is yeah. That's a.
We're talking about the January 6th event,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
That's
Okay.
Yeah.
very regrettable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't quite understand. I did see the transcripts. That's a lot of confusing things there. I don't get it either. But so I think the thing why he didn't pardon himself on some of these things was because they would probably go after the impeachment on the Senate side of things, and they might anyway.
I believe that they are.
I believe they are.
It
yeah.
came out this morning that they're going to push it through. Good
I
luck.
think they wanted to postpone it a little bit until February, if I understand correctly, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Try and
that's-
find some evidence.
the thing for me, Trump did a few too many deep state establishment things here in the last little bit, and I was a little shocked by that. So I think he might be worried that they're going to go after him even harder if he didn't back off on some of those things.
As in, he was trying to clean house.
Like Julian Assange and,
Right.
and Snowden and things like that. I think that's why he didn't.
I felt like he took the high road, honestly. I do. You know, I mean,
Some
he
of
wasn't
some
admitting
of
he did anything wrong. Well, right. I'm not saying we all have faults, and he's one of them too. But we need to take Biden out of it. We need to take Trump out of it and think about our country, honestly.
Whose country?
Our country.
Country.
Our country.
That's my point. There's more of us than there are of them. So I think that's what we have to remind everybody.
Hey, a lot of people have asked how they can support the work we're doing here at Matt Logan Speaks. Well, you see this hammer that I got in my hand? It's pretty big. All you have to do is hammer the share button. Go ahead and hammer out a comment to us. Go ahead and hammer the like button. Go ahead and hammer the subscription button. Go ahead and hammer the notification bell so that when we have new content up, you're the first to know about it. We really appreciate the comments, shares, likes, because you know what? That's the best way you can support us, because the algorithms on all these fancy computers, that's what they need. We appreciate it.